here on the right. Connecting stream software, go live. Hey, it is. I think it's working.
Okay. I'll refresh. There it is. Yeah, you're live. Good job.
Very cool. Everybody can see you. I think everybody can see me.
I can see me. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'll test it.
Wow, you even yeah, they can hear me.
Awesome.
Wow, Eric, I'm proud of you. You did so good.
Thanks. Hey, friends. That's not popping up on that, so I need to stay over here, I guess. Morning, Chandler, Jack Brew, Jacob Jordan.
We're gonna go share this.
Should get pushed out there, but yeah, I should share it. You're right. My channel.
Yeah, we usually do these on Tuesday, but it's been kind of
Crazy.
It's been a little crazy, huh? Yeah, it's been a little hectic. My mom was in town. I had to bring her to the airport yesterday, and then wow, I had a big day yesterday and even today. And Eric is in. Where are you, Eric?
I am in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington.
Hanging out with a friend of mine who I play WoW with. He's the main tank of our guild, and he offered to put me up for the week, which was really, really nice. I get to hang out with him, his girlfriend Kara, their his dog Benny, and her cat Binks. Binks doesn't know that he loves me yet, but he will eventually.
I don't think that's how it works.
But Benny is all about the love, so it's been really, really fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have to ask though, this is the quietest I've ever heard you other than around Danny's kitten.
I'm just trying to be quiet. I'm trying to be respectful of the other people in the house.
Oh, okay. What about when you're here? You don't want to be respectful for your wife?
Tina, you're awake way before I am, always.
That's true. I've been getting up at 4 lately.
So it doesn't matter.
Oh, Eric is very quiet. Yeah, it's weird.
Am I competing at all this year? I was at the OTB Open.
Could be asking me, considering.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But go ahead, tell your story.
Okay, my story is I suffered a hand injury right before Vegas, so I had to miss Vegas, Waco, Texas States, and then I picked the tournament and I missed Music City, and then I picked it back up at Tallahassee. So I played Tallahassee, Champions Cup, Jonesboro, DDO, and then I drove out to California, and then I had COVID. So
Ooh,
that was
so fun.
That sucked. So then I had to miss both Goat Hill and Masters Cup, which was the worst because those are two of my favorite tournaments. And I wonder, Tina, are you playing any this year?
I played one tournament in January, which is technically this year. But I don't have like a ton of plans. I wanted to, but you know, we're doing a lot of stuff on our house right now, and that's kind of taken over a ton of my time. So between that and I'm traveling a lot, you know. But in the United States, I probably won't be playing tournaments until a little bit later in the year. Sorry, I have some rice that I made and I'm starving, so I'm gonna eat just a tiny bit. Actually, well, I'll tell you in a second, Eric. But I do intend to play a tournament in the UK. I'm not sure which one yet. I want to try to get into the Essex Open, but it's full. But there's only one other FPO, and there's only like 4 ladies playing. But they're pretty behind on the. It's just small over there still. I'd say at least 10 years behind the growth we've seen in the United States. So either that one or there's a tournament in Manchester. They haven't posted it yet, but I was just talking to a couple of my contacts in England over the last few days. Oh, and Northern Ireland also. So yeah, looks like I will likely be playing outside of the United States this year.
That's awesome.
And then I'm hoping at the end of the year I will be able to play some more once I get back from that. Just have a lot of like chunks of time that I've been gone and like at tournaments. But if I'm being super honest, I don't really have business playing the Pro Tours anymore. I don't have the time to dedicate to practice. I don't have the distance. I don't have the desire to play gigantic, massive courses that do not suit my game whatsoever. I need like decent sized wooded courses to actually enjoy playing disc golf. So I've seen maybe 2 on tour this year that I would have actually enjoyed playing. But that's just me.
Tina, are you going to come to New England this year?
I hope so. Eric's and my anniversary always falls around the Massachusetts Vermont swing. And we have a cute little tradition where we get a cake every year. And I would hate to break that. So if it's maybe just like a week or a little bit less, I think I'll probably still try to make it happen. So
nice. Nice. Yeah, there's 2 different chats because it is on Twitch as well.
We're not supposed to do that.
I don't know how to not do that with Streamlabs.
Yeah, there's a little button you gotta turn off.
Yeah, whatever.
But it was probably on because Zach and I streamed yesterday kind of by accident.
Yeah.
Not by accident. We were testing it out and we couldn't find a way to like do a test stream without going live. And so we streamed for like 20 minutes of just Al, Rainbow, and myself troubleshooting my internet. And we almost got a hype train.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. Yeah, like Figgy and I can't remember who all was in there, but there was a couple of people. It was just so funny. It was so funny.
That is really funny.
So Eric, guess what I'm making myself for lunch today?
What are you making yourself for lunch?
Butter chicken.
Benny's here! What's up, Tyler? This is Tyler. You're making butter chicken?
Yeah, I am.
I am so jealous.
I know you are.
What's that? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Should have
Tell
give
him
you
to
a
pop
little
in.
warning.
I want to see what he looks like.
He did.
Does he have clothes on?
Yes, he does have
Oh,
clothes
he
on.
did. The
Benny's
screen
here, though.
I see is very delayed.
Yep.
Hello. Tell him I said hi.
Tina says
Dale
hi, Tyler.
Playing D-Glow. First U.S. tournament. That's awesome, Dale. You must be one of those Canadians, eh? Maybe not. That's quite an assumption for me to make. B-Flips is offering a caddy pack mule for the preserve.
I would take him up on that. I would love to spend some time.
Actually, he doesn't want a caddy for you. He wants a caddy for one of your friends.
Oh, wow. If you
That's
or
harsh.
any of your pals.
Oh, it says you or. Sorry.
I would love to have B-Flips.
I thought it said if any of your pals. That's funny.
That would be very funny.
Dale is Canadian. See, I can just tell, Dale, that you're Canadian.
We have a lot of
We have a lot of Canada friends in
Canadian fans, and I play with like 3 or 4 Canadians, and wow, like it's kind of crazy. And then one of our favorites is Thomas Gilbert, so.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas. Is it because I'm from up north and you just come for the Wisconsin accent? Is that why you're here? Just kidding. I don't really have that much of an accent.
Get a couple ciders and Tina, and
yeah,
the accent starts coming out.
If I'm a little tipsy, I do sound a little more Wisconsin. And if I'm in Wisconsin, also.
Oh yeah, put her around. You get around Chelsea, or.
Eric, you have to be clicked on the Discord window for my video to work.
Huh.
If you click off of it, then I freeze.
Well, that seems really dumb. Because then I can't look at the chats.
No, you can. It just has to be on top and minimized. Or not minimized, but just make it smaller. It doesn't have to be the full window. It just has to be clicked on it for me to move around and be live. I've learned the hard way. How's the golf
I'm not clicked on it right
coast
now,
treating y'all?
and you're live.
I don't know. Nicholas, I am in the Gulf Coast currently. Eric is on the West Coast. But I've been loving my time in Pensacola. It's been fantastic. Okay, so Eric, I know you kind of like rehashed what happened in the last couple weeks, but now you have played OTB since you've been able to play. You wanna tell us about OTB? I actually haven't really heard too much about it other than that one day that you called yelling at me. So let's hear it. How'd OTB go?
Okay. OTB was, I talked about this a little bit on DGAM the other day. OTB was, I don't know, it's just like
Hard?
round one. Like the course is really hard, and I think it was the biggest issue that I had. I went from my last tournament being the Dynamic Discs Open, where it was crazy windy, and then I come into OTB playing another really difficult course, and was also crazy windy. Um, it was nuts. It was just nuts, and I kind of got frustrated. Tina knows, excuse me, about this. Where I just called her afterwards, saying,
I didn't even get a word in. I said, "Hey, baby," and
"Yeah,
then
I just was
he's just
so
yelling.
mad." I just I got so tired of not being able to control the disc, and the wind felt like that's what it was doing. And
How's your finger?
now I have a big blister on my finger still. It's
Tina eating ASMR. I'm sorry.
I can mute your mic, you know.
You know.
But so I was frustrated, and then the next 2 days were a much more manageable wind, where it was not really windy. There was just a little bit of a breeze, and disc golf made sense again. But I went from playing some of the most extreme wind at DDO to then my first round back after that being, another round where it was like
Crazy
sustained
wind.
18 to almost 20 miles an hour gusts, like in the high 20s to 30s, was just painful. Yeah, Tina, you are on an ASMR stream right now. uh so yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts, but the next 2 rounds just like built a bunch of confidence up. I was actually able to execute plenty of good shots, and I putted decently outside of missing 2 short ones in the final round, but that was just brain farts, and I think maybe a little bit of fatigue from the day. Yeah, I saw Paige has dropped a bunch of new stuff, which is sweet. I hope it turns out really, really good.
She's home now.
Yeah.
She had a crazy flight day yesterday and then just decided, screw it. I'll just go home.
I love it.
Which is great for me.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to the airport yesterday twice. Once in the morning, once at night.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chandler and Eric are playing around together today.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to SeaTac. I think I'm gonna go to Stelly this weekend since the tournament is happening. And Chandler wants to practice for the SeaTac tournament, so it worked out nicely. So yeah. So I get to go play a new course, which will be fun.
Yeah.
And I'll go experience Stilly by myself. I think will be also very cool. Do you keep up with the YouTube chat?
Yeah, I've got YouTube chat under control.
Alright, I'll keep up with the Twitch chat.
It is hard for you.
Well, if I click off of it, you freeze.
Chaser really wants you to get me a hot tub, which I'm not opposed to.
Alright. Why doesn't Tina help purchase said hot tub?
Billy Britton says, "Hi Eric, hi Tina, been a few years."
Billy, dude,
well,
yeah,
hello.
throwing it way back. Out in Tyler, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Can you rank the courses you've played so far?
Yeah.
Mr. Eric?
Um, hmm. On the bottom, I put Jones Supreme and Country Club, and I think that's partially because of the conditions. I would put Jonesboro. Okay. I would put Swenson above those, and Jonesboro tied with Swenson. And then I'd put Tallahassee up there because I really enjoyed that course. And then I'd say W.R. Jackson would be on top from the courses that I've gotten to play this year.
Yeah. Same. Even though I didn't play it, it was
Just
my
nice.
favorite to watch all year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really. Other than I've had like I had really bad leg cramps um from all the walking that I did when I did go to Georgia, but I think part of it is from driving the RV and everything too, just like it's a long drive home.
Totally.
Chloe, good morning. Thanks for the dono. As
Thank
always.
You, Chloe.
Morning coffee's always good.
Um,
Chloe, I almost was gonna come to putting league tonight, but I actually have this dance thing that I'm doing with Alyssa, so I'm sorry I won't be there.
So from the Twitch chat, Eggs Benny is asking a way to mentally reset on putting.
Eggs Benny, your executor?
Mm-hmm. So honestly, you need to continue to go in a practice, and I would visualize yourself making the putt. And I'm talking when you're going to practice, don't go outside of 20 feet. Get your confidence back up and see a bunch of putts going in. Like that's going to be the biggest way for you to build your confidence upwards. And yeah, just find ways to see the disc go in a lot, and you will find yourself being more and more confident. So to reset, if you need to step away. You need to see it happen in your head and tell yourself, I'm going to make this putt. And step up and make it. Yeah, that's what I got.
Cool. Chloe, my plants are okay. They're soaking wet, but the wind hasn't been too hard on them. I've got some that are just kind of like bent over like this, but once the sun comes back out, they'll slowly perk back up. But I do have some that are a little on the waterlogged side and that have gotten knocked over. My banana tree was on the ground this morning, but I'm gonna try to get some of those in the ground in the next couple days. But if it keeps raining, then I can't. But I was so productive in the house today because it was so dark and gloomy and raining this morning. So I'm very glad that it's been raining. We could use it. It was so hot last week. It's crazy. Your power went out. Dang. Mine might have. Oh, I guess I probably would have known. I was up pretty early today.
Tubby
Dealing
Foo
with taxes.
I will be at Portland, and Tina will be there through Friday.
Isn't it through Saturday? I can't remember what the days were.
I'm pretty sure it's Friday evening. Late.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited to come to Oregon.
Me too.
It's been...
Me too.
No, it's Saturday, dear. I don't get home till 5 in the morning, or 5 the 5th. Oh my gosh.
You fly out Friday, but land Saturday.
This says I fly out on Saturday at
sure?
10 p.m. and I get home on Sunday at 8 a.m.
You sure?
That's literally what the itinerary says, so I'd imagine this is correct.
What are the days? The 30th, and you leave the what?
Saturday the 4th, and I get home Sunday the 5th.
Alright, oh cool.
I was gonna say, I think I'm there for one of the days of the tournament, and because I'm not leaving till 10 p.m.
You're there for multiple days. It starts on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
It's a 4-day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I haven't had an overnight flight like that in a while, so that'll be very interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep, but as long as I bring my pillow and my blanket, I should be okay. so happy to see Simon, spoiler alert, take one down.
It's this point.
I hope so.
You've had plenty of time to watch the coverage.
In theory, we don't have any of those in our amazing pod here, but Magnus says that it was great to see Simon performing the way he did. What are your thoughts on the weekend? Oh, Magnus.
Very cool.
Eric just reviewed the OTB Open. If you go back a handful of minutes, but Eric's birthday is coming up, so that's a big part of why I'm going to Portland. Pretty much, not the only reason, because I'd love to see my people too, but just to be able to spend Eric's birthday with him. So you want to tell everybody what your favorite things to do are in Portland?
Pine State Biscuits, Buxton Woods Disc Golf Course, Milo McIver Disc Golf Courses. What was that mac and cheese place that we got?
Mac and Cheesery?
Yeah, that was pretty good too. I just had something pop into my brain, and I am very curious as to see something, and I might be a controversial topic, but
so you won't tell anybody?
I just need to see how it played out first before I make a statement.
Okay, great.
I just saw somebody make a funny, real TikTok, and I want to see how well they played first.
You're being very vague.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I saw a player who criticized the FPO course, and
because
they just said that it wasn't well designed, and
is that what Sarah was complaining about?
I was trying to be vague, but so she makes a funny reel, which is very funny, and I think she does have merit to stand on, of that there is no that sometimes the women's courses are an afterthought, but to me, you got to see players like Juliana Korver and Owen Scoggins navigate the course, and I wouldn't say that either of those players are in the elite level distance. They're just very good throwers of the frisbee, of the disc, and so that leads me to think that it wasn't that bad. And I know Sarah wants to get involved in the course design, but she's also such a high-level competitor that it's difficult for her to have the time to design and to play, which comes into...
Well, and also it's a tricky thing because we need like a full-on committee, because we can't just have one person's voice dictating those courses, because a lot of people feel differently than how Sarah feels, or how Paige feels, or how Kristen feels, or whatever. So it's really hard, because she would like to see shorter, more technical courses, which I would too, but like Paige and Kat likely don't feel that same way. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of tricky, but I think there needs to be a good, well-rounded committee that is like helping make those decisions.
It just needs to be 50-50. Like, we need to have, it's the same thing I've been saying for the MPO side of things, that it would be really nice if we played 50% in the open and 50% in the woods. If we could find a really nice ground, that would be better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So that level of what and I think that's been the big part about Sarah's points is that they sometimes feel heavily biased. She has really good points and has a really good eye for the direction and what is needed for the sport. But
well, and she has the gusto to like take a stand on stuff, which a lot of people also aren't willing to do. So I think that's great too.
Yeah. So that's just that is, I think, what a factor that is a factor that needs to be addressed and needs to be handled properly via the Disc Golf Pro Tour. And I do think I stand by this, that going to the internet and making a funny reel, it's only just has comic value, but it does discredit the work of a lot of people, and I think that's where it can be. I guess that's where I maybe had a problem with it, but didn't know how to vocalize that, So
Anyways, not to cut you off.
you did though.
Justin, not really. I think you were done. That was definitely the end of a sentence or two. Justin said, "Welcome to Seattle," and doesn't see you registered for the A tier. You're just here to hang out.
Just here to hang. Decided to, especially before the 2 Portland events, I was just trying to really relax. I was supposed to have played Tallahassee, Champions Cup, Jonesboro, DDO, Goat Hill, Masters Cup, OTB. I was supposed to be running that long, and then this would have been my week off before the 2 Portland events.
But you already had a bunch of weeks off.
Yes, but then I just decided to keep it so I could, just relax.
That's great. I mean, I would have loved to have you home instead, but I know that it's a big flight.
Yeah.
That I will do in a couple days. I was trying to get Eric to get a hold of. We have Rocket League friends that work for. They work for Epic. That live near Seattle, but I think the timing just didn't quite work out. But that would have been cool. Yeah. Just a reminder: if you play Rocket League or games of any kind, please join our Discord. I will send the link right now. We are on there all the time, and we promote it every time we're on here, so I'm so sorry if you've heard this 9,000 times, but we just love our Discord. Very supportive people. There's places to vent. There's places to share successes and failures, and places to stay, and just there's like a little buy and sell, like disc golf section too, but we play a crap ton of Rocket League, Minecraft, Pokemon Go. I think there's some Magic people in here too, so yeah, come play, come hang. We play Rocket League pretty much every evening, sometimes in the middle of the day, sometimes in the morning, and I just love that crowd so much. So come be a part of it if you're not already. What else you got, Eric?
I got a puppy dog and Benny right here.
You got puppy dog. What's your puppy dog doing? What you doing? I tried the "what are you doing" on the lions at the zoo here, and it didn't work.
They're not. They're. No, I don't know.
What? They're different big cats, so it doesn't work.
Dumb big cats.
Okay, so with the cats, our cats, we do this thing, and it used to be like a more basic, "what are you doing?" But then Eagle came and visited, and just like the way he said it was so funny. And so he'd go, "What you doing? What you doing?" And so we do that to the cats, and they always get like funny, and they like flip upside down. They like love when you say that to them, or it's just the voice, I'm sure. But then when we were in Emporia a couple weeks ago, Eric, Erica, Ian, and myself went on a double date at the zoo they have there. And what kind of cat was it? It wasn't a leopard. Lion. It was a mountain lion. And he was like chilling behind some rocks. And I did the "what you doing?" And it literally like sat up and looked at us, and then turned upside down with his feet in the air, like actually playing like a freaking cat, like our cat. So it was so funny. And then not only that, but we left, and then Ian and Erica showed up, and then we did it again, and it literally did the exact same thing. Like otherwise it was just chilling, but then if you asked it what it was doing, it would flip upside down. It was so funny. It was so cute. Oh, that was awesome. But I tried it here on the lions, and it didn't work. They didn't even look at me. Reese, come play, please. I'd love to hang out with you. We do. I swear we have a lot of fun. And you can be terrible. I used to be terrible, and they will help you get better. I might even have a pointer or two. Who knows?
What is this?
Reese.
For Rocket League. Some Rocket League,
Reese
yeah.
Powell for Rocket League, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely should.
Dust wants to know when we get EO Pathfinders.
So
Dude, I'm horrible at games.
I believe those will be. I've been saying it'll be this like upcoming month. I said that last month, but the Omens got slotted in, and then Mantras got slotted in before Pathfinder. So it will be in the month of June. So it's gonna be sweet. So we had a conversation on my drive up, and we have an idea for the stamp, and it's gonna be sweet. So I'm excited. And they're going to be Ethos Pathfinders, which are going to be great. So yeah.
I have a question for everybody here. So my friend Zach and I, Mr. Zach Benson, we have been in discussions about local disc golf involvement, and like we have a ton of leagues in the area, but the turnout is really small. And there's disc golfers here. There's lots of disc golfers here. So we were just talking and chatting and trying to figure out a way, basically to get more people involved. And then it kind of just went on this snowball conversation about getting new players that play disc golf but don't know about the community yet, because a lot of the league postings and like people even knowing about events that are going on are just in our local club page. And so someone mentioned, you know, being able to share the leagues outside of our little close-knit group in our Facebook page. And so like having bulletin boards or anything like that came to mind. And so Eric, I talked to Rand this morning, who works with our Parks and Rec in Pensacola. He lives up the street from us. He's super great. And just kind of chatted about ways to, well, getting billboards put in at all of the courses, but then also just finding ways to grow our sport in the area and just like get people that don't know about leagues and competitive play to get involved with that. So I guess I was just wondering if you guys have any input on that. Local tournaments tend to do really well. They seem to fill, maybe it's just the leagues, but I would say just in general, there's just like a lot of people that are playing that aren't part of the community. QR codes. Yeah, I think totally QR codes would work. We just need places to be able to post them. I had mentioned like Flight Factory, our shop in town, that maybe Ryan would let us put some cards on the table or something, and he said they used to do a calendar. So having like a printed off calendar that people could come and grab and go, oh, there's like these events going on this week or whatever.
So it's work for one person to do and to make sure.
Which is fine, and Zach and I are willing to take that on. We're brainstorming a bunch of stuff that we can get going.
Cool.
QR codes on T signs. Okay, I like that.
That's also a really good way to do it.
Cause when I used to work for a women's disc golf nonprofit in Tucson, and part of the job was like seeing people that play and asking them if they've heard about the community or league, or letting them know when we have ladies league and things like that. That was something that was my job, is just like literally whenever I saw women disc golfers, I would make sure that they knew how to get a hold of us or how to become part of the group. So with just disc golf across the board, I think that's an important thing to be trying to do, is all. Same with water boys. Oh, that's a good idea. They probably have a bulletin board of some kind.
I suppose they would. I don't know.
But I mean, Waterboys is mostly a skate and surf shop. Only on Wednesdays is it like full of disc golfers in theory, and they already kind of are in the community and know how to get a hold of people. So it's just trying to get in touch with the people that don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Doubles nights or doubles. Yeah, there's a lot of doubles in the area. Doubles actually tends to do better here. Our local league used a sign at the course. We also had a very adamant player that would go to folks and let them know. I think a lot of people get intimidated. Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, and I was talking to Zach about maybe having like people's first league being free. I thought that would be a great idea. Just to get people to come if it's a money thing and see if they love it, you know?
Totally. I like that. Little donation.
So, yeah,
league.
Mike, so we don't have any bulletin boards. So I'm working on getting bulletin boards put up, which is like step one. But I think in the meantime, maybe we can post on the T signs. I don't know if they'd be okay with that or not, but even just having a little laminated thing with a QR code and says new to disc golf, come play, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I can start there while we work on getting bulletin boards, but literally none of our courses have a bulletin board, which is so crazy. Like every course that I've been to, I feel like has a bulletin board to, you know, specifically for this kind of stuff. So yeah, cool. Well, thanks for your input. We've just been kind of brainstorming between Zach and myself, and we're just trying to work on getting new players involved.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been an interesting. I mean, it doesn't benefit me really at all, except it's something I've always been passionate about. But Zach would love to see more people at league. He's putting the time in. He wants to do something cool. But the turnout's just been small, so amazing. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So
Cool.
So next week, we both will be in Portland for morning coffee, which will be really
Yay,
nice.
we'll be together.
It's gonna be super nice. Our first
that's
one
so
in a
exciting,
while.
babe. Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah. So we'll probably do Tuesday or Wednesday. So everybody just be on the lookout for the notification. It'll be in the mornings.
Yeah, sorry it's been jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Wednesday's your birthday. You want to do a birthday morning coffee?
Possibly. We'll see.
Okay.
So, Tyler and Kara, the amazing humans I'm staying with, they have this thing for their coffee that Tyler actually knows the person who came up with the idea and worked on this. But you leave your bag of coffee on this weighted thing that is connected to your Wi-Fi, and as it starts to read the weight of your coffee, it'll order more coffee for you as when it feels like it gets lower. And you can change the settings to do a bunch of different stuff. It's like, oh, it's been the same weight for a while, so we'll get you a fresh bag. Because if you want more fresh coffee, then it'll do it that way. Or oh, you're getting low, it'll order it so you never have to worry about having coffee. I thought that was like pertains to the being a morning coffee
theme.
stream. Yeah. So it was really, really, really cool. So
interesting concept. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really smart. Like if you like, and it can function. I would imagine it has other uses for other stuff.
Similar kind of things. Yeah.
But it was really fascinating, and the fact that Tyler knew the person who came up with the idea, it's like very, very cool. So.
Yeah. Speaking of coffee, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I've actually weaned myself off of caffeinated coffee, and I've been drinking diet caffeine.
Decaf.
Decaf. I know, I was just being funny. I've been drinking decaf lately, mostly to see if I start to sleep better. The funny part is I've been waking up at 4 a.m. Most days. Today I did a little bit better. I was up at 4 because we had a massive thunderstorm here last night. But I feel well rested though, and now that COVID has come and gone and I feel almost 100% myself, my smell is still not totally there. But I don't feel fatigued. I don't feel lethargic anymore. I've finally been able to be like very focused and project oriented. But it was weird because I literally completely cut off coffee the day that I tested positive for COVID. So a lot of the symptoms that I was having, I don't know if they were from COVID or from not having caffeine or what, but yeah, it's been an interesting time. But I really, really love the Birdie Fuel decaf I have.
Excuse me.
I think it's called Rec. I have a new box that I need. I'm gonna do an unboxing, not this moment, but I'll post an unboxing of it. But they have a great decaf coffee. I'm super excited that they actually have one for me to have. So, Jack, yeah, you were talking to me at some ridiculous time the other day. Yeah, but it was a normal time for you. It was 4 in the morning, and I was thinking about my trip to England, and just like I was like, well, Jack and Spicy and Carol are all gonna be up right now, so I'll just message them. It's like midday for them, and I got so much done. It was crazy. Definitely have a good skeleton for what that trip's gonna look like. And by the way, Jack, I can find the contacts for the Essex Open on disc golf scene. I'm assuming it's just the TDs. You said you could put me in touch with them, but I'm guessing that is just who you were talking about. So let me know. And then yeah, talking to a guy from Northern Ireland also. Hopefully to go. They have some really good courses in Northern Ireland, which is like the prettiest part of Ireland, anyways. Not too far from Dublin. So I'm kind of looking for things to do up there. I've always wanted to go to Ireland, but not like anything specific. So if you've been to Ireland or have like amazing places that you loved, then you just let me know. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
That is all.
Well, cool. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I would really like to go finish making butter chicken.
jealous.
I'll tell you all about how good it is.
I love butter chicken.
Yummy.
I can't. I really hope we can find a Lebanese place. Like the two places Tyler has taken me.
Yeah.
We did. Well, they made a chicken and gnocchi soup for like in with their Instapot and everything. It was amazing.
That's a great idea.
So
I have
good.
gnocchi. I could make gnocchi soup
It'd
too.
be well worth it, Tina. It was so good. And we had leftovers yesterday, but then the day I got in, the day I got in, we went and got euros, and amazing, so good. And then we went to a Lebanese spot that he goes to every once in a while, and it was incredible. So
That's awesome.
I've
Yeah,
been
I don't
enjoying
think
the
that's
food.
ever been on our radar, right? Lebanese? I
No,
don't think it's
but it
ever.
was
But
super
when do
good.
you see a Lebanese place? Like not super often.
Not often. I would imagine
So.
there might be one in Pensacola, but that might be a stretch. But we might be able to find one when we're out and about. So definitely not to
Well, people have searched it
shy
before.
away from it.
Mr. Shawarma,
Okay.
Mediterranean. It's called Jordan Valley Restaurant. Taste of Jerusalem.
Cool. We'll check them out.
And Beit Lam. I think.
Okay.
There's a few options that might
Definitely.
have something similar.
Definitely worth trying. And like I mean, being
We
in
have a lot
Seattle,
of restaurants to try still, dear.
yeah. Well, being in Seattle,
So
it's
many.
like food is incredible, and
Absolutely.
I want to capitalize on that. And then we're cooking. They're doing, I think, some Mexican style food tonight with, and then Tyler's gonna make some margaritas, so it's gonna be really nice.
You're gonna have margaritas?
I mean, some homies are coming over. It's two of the other people we play WoW with are actually in Seattle, so they're gonna come hang for a little bit tonight. So it'll be very cool to just kind of have a nice little hangout sesh. So it's gonna be great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have one thing for you to answer before we go.
Sounds good.
Question is, how can I get rid of tournament putting jitters? I feel like I'm way more comfortable from 25 to 35 during tournaments than I am from 15, and the misses that from that short are what hurt.
On those shorter distances, I would
Ace
just
run, cheers.
hey,
Sorry.
thanks, Ace Run. I would focus. I would find a routine that is super repeatable, especially on some shorter putts that you can just kind of walk up, step up, and have your arm just do the work. There's not to say that your putting should be different from different distances, but if you're having issues on those really short putts, like it, just take your time, over exaggerate, and put it on the pole. Like just be confident that you're going to make it. I think that that's the part that comes into my mind is telling yourself and being in a place where you're going to be good and believe in that. I think that can sometimes be lost because you're thinking about it being in a tournament, but it's really not. It's really not. You've made this putt before. Disc golf is a very weird thing. It's like practicing and tournament is when it's broken down to the base level is it's you throwing a disc. That's all it is. And pretty much on most throws, it's you throwing a disc and trying to get it in or as close to the basket as possible. And taking it to that little base level is just like it's just you and you're throwing it in the basket. And whether that's in your practice, whether that's on lead card, whether that's on bottom card, it doesn't matter where you're at. Just step up with confidence and put it in.
Dan Hambley. Cheers again.
Dan. Thank
you.
you.
Didn't show up on Twitch, he said.
Oh man.
Thank you. I was gonna mention also, I mean, you kind of already said it, but I just want to like harp on it, that when Eric was having like putting woes, him and Eagle both just did this thing where they literally only practiced 18 footers. And if you do that and really put the time in and consistently are practicing those shorter putts, the more you do that one thing, like Eric said, like it's just going to come out of your hand instead of you thinking about it. And a lot of times when we have that much practice behind us, you can like mentally miss the putt, but your body does the right thing for you. So if you can get to a point where you are practicing just in those short ranges over and over and over and over again, that really is going to grow your confidence, and just having that repeatable stance and everything too, I guess, is the baseline of that. So I'm not adding too much information. I just really, Eric was having a time where he wasn't super confident in putting, and that really, really helped fix that. So
I think that was at the point where I was like at my best putting, and I feel the same. I went out and putted yesterday after taking a day off, and I was throwing the disc really clean on putts, and I do think a big part of it is fixing fixing my form and just confidence, and then also I think the alpaca is a big reason. I just there's a little bit extra glide that I didn't have from any putters in the trilogy lineup that has been a big help. So tending to the herd has been very easy, and I feel like it helps.
Did you bring your alpaca book with you?
I did.
You've never posted anything. I thought it'd be a really cute gift, and don't
know.
even care.
Oh my gosh! Don't even play this game. There's so many things that
the
are
game
happening.
is played.
No, I'm not. Whatever. All right. Well.
Dan, hi. Sorry, we're leaving, but it's good to see you.
I think we're gonna hit it. So, yeah. I'm gonna go play some disc golf here in a little bit. It's gonna be really fun, and I think everybody should have a wonderful day and week. And good luck to everybody playing CTAC or any tournaments they're playing. And we'll see you guys next week in Portland.
Also, Erica, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you, love. I miss you.
Love y'all. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week together.